This is all anyone is talking about right now in the AI space. Stability AI just released fully open source, fully public, Stable Diffusion XL 1.0. This is going to be massive. This is a really fantastic AI image generation model. One of the best we have ever seen to date. But the real kicker is the fact that it is open source. To this very day, people still prefer the original Stable Diffusion, not the XL version, over things like Midjourney or Bing Image Creator. And this is due to the simple fact that Stable Diffusion was open source. And open source means that you can train your own specific models, you can add things like Dream Booth to it, and there is a host of other add-ons or modifications for Stable Diffusion that are already being applied to Stable Diffusion XL. So there's a lot of really cool stuff to dig into here. And of course, the other huge benefit of open source means that you can run it on your own machine at home. If you have a GPU or a graphics card with enough VRAM, that GPU will be able to generate images for completely free on your own machine. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these sample images provided by Stability AI for this release. This is almost a perfect photorealistic image. The dog is leaping in the air, you can see his ears flapping, the woman behind him is chasing him, and you can see there's actually accurate bokeh blur, which is the blur you get from lenses, as if it was shot on a real camera. In the background, it looks really nice, maybe some palm trees in the background, a really nice beach scene, super wide angle close-up image of a wiener dog eating a pizza in the middle of the New York streets. Another really phenomenal image. You're going to notice a theme here of photorealism that seems to be something they were really attacking with this Stable Diffusion XL model. The hand also looks pretty good over here, not perfect as we can see down here, but still viewers, this absolutely competes with something like Midjourney, all while being free and open source. We've got another one. This is a pretty shocking image. We've got these luminescent lights in the background, a beautiful blue glow, some lights in her dress as well, and she's holding some sort of an orb. This shows off more of the possibilities of doing fantastical things rather than just straight realistic stuff. This is a fairly impressive demonstration as well. As we can see, it can actually recreate text pretty well sometimes, with an accurate good vibes only written out on this notepad, and the straight lines are also very impressive on this notepad as well. You'll also notice this model does fine details too. I do a lot of comparisons to Midjourney on this channel, and a lot of people might be wondering why. In my opinion, Midjourney is a little bit overrated. I know it always produces beautiful aesthetic images similar to this. However, Midjourney seriously is lacking in the prompt following department, meaning when you write out your prompt, it's only going to get 4 or 5 of the words really in there, and then the rest it kind of just does its own thing for. And you know, maybe sometimes I want the AI to hallucinate its own stuff, but not always. Stable Diffusion XL seems to be better than Midjourney in terms of prompt following. Either way, this is a really nice image. Lots of detail going on in this jacket. More fantastical stuff. This looks like a photoshopped style image. The hand is fairly good here. The thumb's almost perfect, but the rest of the fingers maybe not so much. The cloud looks really cool though, and overall the lighting and realism truly is there with this one. As you can see, another example of text coming out fairly well. We've got this Santa Claus looking fellow over here, and then SDXL written out in like wood planks or something like that, looking really coherent and realistic. As we go through these images, it becomes apparent how much of a competitor this really feels towards Midjourney in a way, although I'm sure Midjourney is actually going to get a very large enhancement boost by utilizing the open source SDXL, just as Midjourney originally got a huge bump from Stable Diffusion. Either way, you know, the chandelier is a little screwed up, but other than that, the lighting and realism are definitely there. Stepping away from realism for a second, we've got a nice high-resolution image of an anime girl walking her dog, it seems, on like this nice pink tree background. But yeah, they're trying to show off that it has plenty of different styles that are actually built into the model, such as an anime one. Another realism image, pouring a nice glass of whiskey. I will link this down below if you guys want to look into this a little bit deeper. But yeah, this is their little blog post. What are the highlights here? We've got quicker generation results, a full 1024 by 1024 resolution image with multiple aspect ratios available. This is one of the largest parameter counts of any open source model, 3.5 billion parameter base model and a 6.6 billion parameter model ensemble pipeline. So this refiner adds more accurate color, higher contrast, finer details to the output than just the base model. There are going to be a plethora of places to use this brand new model because it's open source. I mean, we're talking like thousands of websites probably. But the main ways you can use it right now would be the Stability API, in which you can pay to generate on their servers, a little over 1 cent cost for a single image here through their API, which is fairly cheap. But of course, being completely open source, it's right here on GitHub for you to download and mess with and do whatever you want with as a developer. Of course, you can just use it on the Clip Drop website by Stability AI for entirely free. It does take time to generate these images though, and of course, you know, it's a censored down model. Don't worry viewers, I'm sure that this thing being open source is going to have a fully uncensored slew of different websites and Discord servers and all of that with their own models. Anyways, to use Stable Diffusion XL 1.0 here on Clip Drop, it's pretty simple. We've got some basic options: style, aspect ratio, and negative prompt. I'm gonna go with the photographic style, cat who is a chef cooking a wonderful dinner. We'll go to aspect ratio and we'll do a portrait for this. And for the negative prompt, I can say things like blurry, deformed, messy. That's what I don't want to see in the image. And then click the generate button. And you can subscribe for faster image generation, or you can just skip it, and you can see there's quite a long queue. It takes, you know, a good minute or so to get 4 generations out of this thing because so many people are trying to use it right now. And as you can see, my images have been generated, and they look very, very good. We've got that nice portrait setting. We've got this little chef cat. He's ready to make me a delicious meal, and honestly, the outfit looks really good. The little chef's hat looks good. The cat looks very realistic. I like the set and setting. Photographic style, it's truly all there. I like how he's actually chefing up in this one. He's not just kind of sitting on the table or anything like that. He's actually doing the cooking for me. Oh, and he's holding the meal, the final meal. The story is completed. He's ready to deliver me that gourmet meal. Anyways, I like all of these images. They're all very impressive. As you can see, this thing is no slouch. So you can also use this thing on Dream Studio, which is their more advanced generator. In Dream Studio, they have multiple models. It's a little bit more in-depth and advanced than Clip Drop. You can do all the way up to 10 images at once, but you do have to pay for this. You can try it for free though. So yeah, this is just another area you can use it, but there's a little bit more advanced stuff going on, and this is more for the deeper user of this and someone who actually has a little bit of money to spend on it. But the real pro users are probably going to run it at home because, to be honest, this thing only uses 8 gigabytes of VRAM, which is a lot of consumer GPUs. Nvidia graciously sent me a 4080, which has double that, 16 gigabytes. So here we have another free source to use Stable Diffusion XL. This, viewers at home, is Playground AI. I've talked about it a lot on this channel before. This website is packed with features. You can do 1,000 generations for completely free on this website per day. And, you know, they've got image to image. They have really good inpainting. They've got this canvas style generation where you can do multiple generations in multiple sizes and aspect ratios, and you can drag new images to edit them. It's kind of like a little Photoshop website, honestly, all designed around AI. If we move over to board editing, we can actually see the model over here in the corner. If we click this, we can actually move to Stable Diffusion XL. I recommend generating in a 1024 by 1024 with Stable Diffusion XL because that's how it's meant to work. I don't know if they've updated the model to 1.0 or if it's still on 0.9, but you can bet that they're going to update it very soon if they haven't already. Of course, they've also got pre-baked in filters of their own as well, and all of the goodies you really expect from a great generation website, and 1,000 generations per day for free is pretty tough to beat. Now, one complaint that I have noticed about Stable Diffusion XL is that it actually takes quite a long time to generate a 1024 by 1024 image. Really, it depends on the website and the method of generation, but I've also heard with Automatic 11, it does take quite a long time. And judging by our generation now taking over a minute at this point, yeah, it takes quite a long time. but the results definitely speak for themselves. I don't mind waiting if my image is going to be quite good, and all of these are pretty great. So viewers, because this thing is open source, there's going to be multiple ways to run it on your own machine. Now, I'm going to go ahead and link a tutorial down in the description below on how to do this. If you're interested, I can also round up some of the best ways and make a full separate video about it at a later date. There's no doubt in my mind that in the future from now, there's going to be easier ways to install this thing at home. At this point in the video, I want to take a look at some of the best generations from my Discord community. Viewers, I highly recommend that you join the MattVidPro AI Discord server. It's a really great community, lots of really awesome AI enthusiasts in there. We're always talking about the latest and greatest, and if you truly want to see the cutting edge of AI, it's one of the best places to do so. So, as you viewers at home can see, our Discord community likes to have a little bit of fun. Here is Obama's mugshot. As you can see, it almost spells police perfectly up here at the top. Obama definitely looks a lot like Obama, that's for sure. And then we've got some garbled text at the bottom. We've got a close-up of the Predator here. Looks very detailed and intricate. Overall, a really nice generation, although I think Midjourney could do better on this specific one. We've also got Nicolas Cage's mugshot here, and he doesn't look too happy. We've got some numbers over here that aren't super coherent, so a little bit disappointed on these side numbers. Of course, though, we've got that classic image coined by Google where the test is a kangaroo wearing sunglasses and an orange sweatshirt standing in front of the Sydney Opera House, and he's holding a sign that says "Welcome Friends," and obviously the most impressive part of this is the fact that it actually says "Welcome Friends." If you guys remember, it pretty much took Google to get to their best model to have full text on a sign like this, so I'm very impressed that SDXL is just able to do it right off the bat. We've got another test that is very similar, pretty much the same output here. It actually says "Welcome Friends" perfectly. In this one, I think it's actually a little bit more coherent with the sunglasses, the kangaroo, the orange sweatshirt, and the opera house. We've also got some GTA cover art here. The cars look fairly coherent overall. These people aren't that great. I will say, though, it almost spells a perfect Grand Theft Auto up here in the top left-hand corner. Another example of this thing starting to do text. Again, Midjourney seriously struggles with text. So we'll have to see if this thing being open source gives Midjourney a huge advantage in the text department. Another example of celebrities in certain situations. Here is Drake as a cyber police officer, and we could see it actually says police on his vest here perfectly. So, and that really seems to be the standout feature with SDXL is like those ultra realistic generations, high resolution, fine detail, and perfect text in some situations. We've also got another example here. This is a much better mugshot than I think the other few that we saw. This is Walter White. It really does look exactly like him, especially with the wrinkles on the neck and the bald head. A little bit of hair growing on his head. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it definitely is unmistakably Walter White, and we've got the perfect Walter White sign just sort of floating above him. Normally, you know, he'd be holding it up in his hand, but we don't see that. We've got a 60, 70, and then 90, so they are increasing in order, at least for these three, but then we've got an 80, 28, so some jarbled ones, but we did actually get three perfect ones here, almost in perfect ascending order. We've got some more perfect examples of text. This is a little bit longer here, 3 full words, all perfect, AI for success, written out on a laptop, and the rest of the scenery is pretty coherent as well. AI written inside of a coffee. This is supposed to be like coffee art. We just saw some really good examples of coffee art in my previous video, which I really recommend you check that out. It's basically a sneak peek at DALL-E 3 by OpenAI, which of course does blow this out of the water, but that model is closed source and not even out to the public yet. But this coffee art isn't too bad overall. It definitely spells AI perfectly coherent, and it looks like a very realistic coffee mug, except for the fact that it's got 2 handles for some odd reason. SDXL written perfectly in coffee art. This one is quite a bit better. The coffee, I think, looks a little bit more realistic. 1 handle this time, and the SDXL looks just a little bit more like its actual coffee art, I think. And we've got love spelt out over a cityscape here in a cartoonish style. So yeah, the main takeaways, I think, from the community testing has been that it is fantastic at text and celebrities, better than the old models, and better than most models that are out there today, all while being open source. In terms of the AI landscape, I think that the original Stable Diffusion had the opportunity of setting the stage for something, setting the stage for open source to take a strong stand. The larger tech companies don't like open source software for the most part, because if something is open and free, well, a company can't make any money off of it, and that's the whole reason for their existence, right? As a private company with stakeholders, well, it's just something that they can't have around. So, I think it's pretty evident that SDXL here is going to make a huge wave on the image generation space. Private companies that make their own image generation technology are definitely going to have to work hard to stay ahead, because this thing is going to be extremely cheap, just like the old Stable Diffusion was, and now it's bringing it right back up to the top image generators that we see today. I mentioned my previous video earlier where we took a sneak peek at DALL-E 3, and OpenAI is definitely up there in the image generation space, at least with their uncensored, unfiltered model. Oh, and by the way, viewers, SDXL is largely uncensored. With a little bit of prompt tweaking, you can get this thing to spit out some pretty unsavory results, which is a good thing. A lot of models try to lock things down these days. At any rate, this thing being open source, I think Midjourney is going to actually get a huge boost from this, because they're obviously going to incorporate this new tech. So you can expect Midjourney, I don't know if V6, but maybe Midjourney V7 would be really up there. And as for the other tech companies, man, they're gonna have to work hard to keep up with open source. Things are exciting. I'm rooting for open source personally because I think that this technology is so powerful, we all need access to it. We can't just trust the private companies with their own stakeholders to just give the community access to the best of the best. We've got to make it ourselves. I imagine a year from now, people are still going to be using this model with all sorts of modifications and fun stuff attached to it. Thanks so much for watching, viewers, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.